You told me there'd be better days, and nothing that can pull us under. You wanna take the pain away, but know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on stop but go. I go right and you go left before it turns to red. It's true.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? Yes, holy cow, the sim is loaded up. Can't believe it. It's been a while. Actually, I loaded up the sim for the first time in 10 days yesterday, so we could do this stream today. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. A little bit later start on our Tuesday mornings, and just to give you a heads up, there will be no camera of me because you do not want to be looking at me right now. So we won't see any camera shots, but we're getting there. So if anybody doesn't know, we've been extremely unwell the past 10 days. So that's why you haven't seen any videos, any streams, but we are on the mend and we're getting better enough for me to be able to stream by voice. So, and our friends over at Just Flight sent us over the pre-release for the Piper Tomahawk, which is my favorite Piper out of all the Just Flight aircraft, which is, did you get a nose job? No, I wish. I need a nose reduction. But we are checking out my favorite Piper from the Piper fleet from Just Flight, and they have done a beauty with it from what I've seen when I've looked at our good friend Mr. Murphy, Two-Tone Murphy stream. So we're going to be checking out today. So if you are expecting us to jump in and go for a fly straight away, we're not. We're going to be checking out the aircraft because I want to have a good look around, because this is a very detailed basic trainer aircraft, and it should be a lot of fun to check out. And then we're going to go do some flying. So a big thank you to everybody, a big thank you to everybody for all the well wishes that sent through. I appreciate it, and I'm really apologetic for all the we had computer issues, and I got really sick, and then obviously here we are. So we're getting back into it, and I've got to use these different headphones, and the music, it just, the sound doesn't sound too good today. But anyways, I want to say a big shout out to everybody that is watching. For all the lurkers, if you are at work today, I think most of Australia had a long weekend yesterday, which we did up in Queensland, and they're back at work today. So hello to all the lurkers, and a big thank you to everybody that's popped in the chat. We'll say some hellos in a second, but yeah, I'm very excited to be checking this one out, because the Piper, the PA-28, was like the last one of the Pipers that they actually released over on the 2020 sim, and it's been the last one that they've brought in to the 2024 sim, and it's a very detailed aircraft for a bit of fun. So yes, she does fly slow. Yes, she does have a name as the Tomahawk, but it is a great aircraft. So we'll be checking it out, looking forward to it. So I hope all of you guys are going well. Hope you've been doing well. Hope the sim has been performing well for you. Hope the sim's going to perform well for us today, and very much looking forward to getting into it all. So welcome, guys. Anyways, Mr. Chase T, all the way from New Zealand, says to say hello, Tommy. Yes, the Tomahawk, I haven't flown it yet, but I'm sure it will be amazing from the big changelog that Just Flight's done from the previous rendition in 2020. Mike said, is the stream happening? Yes, the stream is happening. We're here. Hey, Maple Leaf, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Willie says, good evening, good morning, good day to you all. What's going on, Willie? We've missed you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Mr. David Welsh is back. Welcome, Mr. David Welsh. Hope you're doing well. Was it Mark? No, it was Mike Coffey. Mr. Mark Griffin, welcome to the stream. Did you get, and Mr. William Kelly said, did I get a nose job? No, I can't even afford a new PC, let alone a nose job. So maybe they would pay me to get a nose reduction to give it to someone else. Anyways, Grandpa Taters Happy Boston Riding Club says to hey, hello Oz. That's a massive long name. Welcome to the stream. And hello to all the lurkers. But we are not doing a vertical stream. I thought first stream back after like 10 days for being ill. I'll just keep it simple and we'll just do the normal stream. Plus, we don't have the camera up and I couldn't be able to turn the other one on. So, but we are going to take a look at the Just Flight. Now, the Just Flight Piper PA-28, it's not released yet, but my friends over at Just Flight tell me it's going to be released really soon. I don't want to give a sort of time and date just in case they delay it for whatever reason, but it is a pre-release, so if we do see any issues, any problems, we'll let our friends over at Just Flight know. But in the past, I've had many pre-releases from Just Flight. Pretty much by the time I get my hands on it, it's pretty much ready to go in the sim, and I hardly see any issues. Flew the real Tomahawk once I read the POH and the Pops flew, and yes, I got to fly her too. Oh, there we go, Mike Coffee. Awesome, awesome. I've never flown the Tomahawk in real life, unfortunately, but I've seen a few around, and I'd like to fly one. Apparently, there was about 2,300 of these things actually released or developed, manufactured, I should say. I think between the 70s and the 80s. Mr. Benny Big Bucks, what's going on? I hope you are looking at well today. Well, you're not going to see me because I'm not looking well at all. I may sound all right, but I'm not because it wasn't. What's wrong with me hasn't affected my voice, but I'm not looking well. So my face is not going on the cam, but I hope you're doing well, Mr. Benny Big Bucks. Thank you very much for joining us. Aren't you meant to be working, sir? Anyways, but yes, it's been an aircraft used around the world. Quite for a lot of different things, and it used to get itself in a little bit of trouble, but it's actually been used for a trainer. And Just Flight have really, what they did in the 2020 version is they really went well with the flight mechanics for, you know, the spins and all that sort of stuff. So looking forward to checking out. But yes, it is pre-released, and as I said before, by the time I get my hands on it, it's usually pretty good. Mr. J. Russ, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I'm watching on the sly. Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. So we're going to jump in and take a look. I do have the change log. Now, as I mentioned before, this is coming out sometime soon. If you've already got the 2020 version, you will get an extra download link on your Just Flight account, and they will send emails out like they normally do. They're pretty good at letting people know. If you've got your Just Fly account linked to your Contrail account, I assume you can do your update through that. But if you haven't picked it up, when it does release, Just Flight are going to be doing a 20% sale off over on the Just Flight website for 2 weeks, I believe, from the release of this. Now, if you are in GA, highly recommend this. Gets the Oz Flight Simmer 3, I should say it, 2 thumbs up from Oz Flight Simmer. It's an amazing aircraft, and we'll have a look around and you'll see why in a second, but absolutely amazing. I've got someone's backside right in front of me. Mr. Robert, what's going on all the way from Texas? Happy flying. I just moved over this side because I got someone's backside in front of me. Who's it? I don't know who it is because I've got things turned off. But there we go. The only thing that I've actually seen so far, which we'll have a good look around, is I went to do some Victor Hotel stuff in there, and it's on this side the shading's a little bit funny. On the other side, it's seems to be fine, but that's the only issue. We are in Mount Beauty. We are got a couple of. Can you get out of the road? Can you get out of the road? It's me, Maple. Get out of the road so everybody can see the plane, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yes, it's absolutely amazing aircraft. I'm actually going to slow down some of my speeds here, and I'm going to go through the change log that our friends over at Just Flight sent us as well. Let me turn down some of that music there, just down a little bit. Zoom level, drone speed. That's what we want to turn it down. Put that down there just so we can have a bit of a good look at it. But I got the change log that our friends over at Just Flight sent through. It's quite lengthy. And we're going to take a bit of a detailed look as we go around the aircraft. But what Just Flight actually done, let me actually turn that music off all together for now. Just Flight has added the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 compatibility upgraded to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 native package. So they've gone and built this from the ground up. Added additional model LOD for improvement performance within Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. So obviously anything that they've updated, it will get updated in the 2020 version as well. So long as it's not taking advantage of the features from 2024, you won't see that in the 2020 version. Added the Just Flight V3 EFB. Features include add custom fuel and payload menu, which we're going to go through and have a look at this. Added support to Navigraph en route charts. I haven't actually put my Navigraph in it, so we won't probably have a look at the charts. Added the ability to draw on Navigraph charts. Confirmed a pop-up when changing aircraft states. Improved transition logic between the HTML and the WASM EFB pages. The EFB was always a little bit sort of funky and glitchy, I found in version 2. So by the sounds of it, they've addressed it. Added automatic brightness smoother to the EFB, trim sensitive saving between flights. Nice. The added linear yoke animations, extra tool tips, which we'll never, ever use here. Fix the position of the inbound stall strip for the port left wing, which we'll take a look at that. Fix the flap sounds playing after the flap failure, which we did see that in the 2020 version. Fix 21 flap degree position not indicated in a Microsoft Flight Simulator HUD. Improve the autopilot behavior with each GPS selected. Now, I don't have any of the 750s installed in 2024, so we'll have to use the Garmin's. The 430s. Improve the GPS brightness logic. Each GPS display will now be set to full brightness when the radio lights are switched on and off position, so we can have a look around at that, which is cool. So basically, they've linked up the GPSs to the buttons. Improve the flight model and the ground handling. So obviously, they've taken advantage of all the new ground handling that 2020 had to offer before 2024 released, and obviously the whole ground handling that has been updated in 2024. When developers actually make or take advantage of that, you can really tell the difference. And I've seen this with the other Just Flight aircraft. What else? We got improve the model with the ground handling, improve the panel lighting to fix the dark areas in the VSI, removed the manual from the package for compliance with the 2024 SDK manuals removed. Clear. Yep. Reduce a likelihood of the aircraft damage occurring during faults in terrain. Updated, optimized cockpit textures. Texture sets to support the 2020 and the 2024 available for the PA20 from the Microsoft support stage, and updated the operations manual and updated the EFB manual. I haven't looked at the manual that comes with this 2020 version, but that being said, we know this aircraft pretty well, but we are going to take a bit of a closer look for it. So, who has popped in? Mr. Aiden, hey, Mr. Dingo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, and Zaki, hello to you. And as I said before, a big happy to hello to all the lurkers, and a big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight for sending this through. But geez, this thing has always been. It was super detailed in 2024. And it's looks to be super detailed in 2020. Some of the things and features that I actually like in here is the actual look at the cowling for the engine cowling. This is very, very common for cowlings for them not to sit too well exactly on the aircraft because people bend them and all that sort of stuff like that. But look at that. That is absolutely amazing. And then you go down here. I need to slow that down a little bit more. Let's actually slow this down a tad more. Let's go down to 5. Still pretty quick though. But as you can see, look at the buckle, the 3D of the buckle, and then the cowling sitting over the top of that. Absolutely stunning. Even you got scratches in there. Someone's gone and scratched a screwdriver or something on there. But very, very, very detailed. And if you have a look at all, obviously this takes the wear and tear as well. If you've got all the dirt and grime in the right spots. The spinners, you've got bump mapping on the spinner. I do like the propeller when it spins around in 2020, so hoping the effects are doing well in that one. But it's just a super, super detail. I wonder if I probably can't touch that in this view. I'll have to go in a different view to do that. But take a look at the tires. Just Flight really do amazing. Like, this is one of my favorite GA aircraft in the sim, and you can see why. It's a basic aircraft. Yes, she flies slow, but I tell you what, it's packed full of stuff. And if you don't have this one and you're a GA fan, you're missing out. Like, look at the detail of this, all the bump mapping. Every rivet's being done. Super insane. Go for the amount of detail. Look at the 3D rendering and the modeling when it comes to the actual struts. You've got the hydraulic lines going down there. They always do a good job of the tires and the brakes, I find. Some people do well on aircraft, but when it comes to tires and stuff like that, they don't do a very good job. So, and I'm very, very happy that Just Flight have been able to keep their version of their walk around, which we'll do a quick version of. I'm going to go through and have a look at the leading edge. There, big Piper wings there. Actually, the PA, the Tomahawk's wings aren't as wide as what some of the other Pipers are. But look at the strobes there. Just the detail is amazing. Steps, all the grime on the aircraft. This thing's been flying around. This is the only thing that I've come across that's a bit of an issue. If you use the normal ID markers that come with that, it's I don't know if that's a Microsoft thing or if that's a Just Flight thing. And then obviously the T-tail up here. Who's that there? Maple Leaf. And look at the grime and stuff like that just falling off. Like, seeing a lot of GA aircraft in real life, they have really done a great job. They have access to this aircraft in real life, so you've got some rudder tabs there. This, when it comes to the actual tabs, because this is an older aircraft, it's got interesting. You'll see on the tabs in a second. I'll actually go through some detail about them and explain something, probably when we do the walk around. Did you say that this Tomahawk is not available just yet? It's going to be out soon. Just Flight actually told me when it's going to be out, and it's going to be soon. So if you've already got the the Tomahawk, I think it's the 38, isn't it? If you've already got this in your Just Flight from 2020 version, you'll receive obviously an extra link in your account to download it as a step. And also they'll be doing 20% off, I believe, for the first 2 weeks of sale as well, if you haven't picked it up. And when you do buy it, you actually get the 2020 and the 2024 version, like they've done with all the other Piper aircraft that they've released. Going down here, obviously you've got all the inspection holes there that you can get into, and then you've got the pitot heat or the pitot tube there, and then obviously you've got things like the drainage for the fuel tanks. Absolutely amazing what they've done with this thing. It's super cool. Maple Leaf, huh? What do you mean by huh? Huh, what? All right, let's jump in to the aircraft and have a look. Hang on, which version? Let's go and jump over here. We'll get a little bit of music happening in the background there. Let's go into the cockpit. There we go. Just downloaded some Oz liveries for the Tomahawk in honor of my friend down under. Oh, there we go, Mike Coffee. Appreciate it. Look, you never know. It may even get released while we're actually in the sim today. You never know. Coming to the cockpit, you've got all the texturing work there, which we're going to go and have a look at that. But the first thing I do, I want to have a look at the EFB. But obviously, look at it. It's absolutely amazing little aircraft. This thing looks so much more crisper in 2020 than 2024. Let's pop this open. There we go. Actually, I got the sounds down for 2024, so you can't see. You said your name. It's because you're standing in the road, Maple. It's because you're standing in the road. All right, let's have a look here. And using version 1.4, let's look at what this thing has to offer. You've got the OFP, maps, charts, aircraft notes, checklist, which we won't be using that. Top of D calculator, and then all your settings, which I actually haven't gone in and put my Navigraph stuff in there, so we won't be looking at the charts, but I will want to take a closer look at the aircraft, because this is where a lot of the updating has been. So you've got your aircraft state still in here, ready for takeoff, ready for start, cold and dark. Now this thing is persistent as well. You can turn persistence on. They've got the start, the walk around, which we are going to do the walk around. We're going to do a full procedures anyway, from my knowledge of not flying this aircraft in real life. Random conditions are on. You can overhaul your aircraft. As you can see, we've got no hours in this thing. And conditions at 99%. I did load in yesterday night before I did the stream, when I decided I was going to be fit enough to do a stream, and that's probably put a little bit of wear on it. So I actually have put wear rate as realistic. You can also do slow, or you can do a fast. which is something they had in 2020, but this now brings in the actual wear and tear of the features, and they've tied it in with 2024. So I've got wear and tear on for the stream. I won't put the failures on. We can configure the payload. This looks different though. This looks different when you've got the, I wonder if I can go in and actually change that to kilos, but we'll leave it. Oh, actually I can click on it here, can I? There we go, the kilos here. So we can put some pilots in there. We've got the fuel. We're going to do the fuel at, let's do 75. Gives us 65 kilos each side. Takeoff weight is 868 kilos. Holy cow. I probably actually could fly this with my license. And so that's cool. So you've got, is that in gallons? So that's in units in kilos, but that's in gallons. So I have no idea what that means. What's a gallon to a litre? Gallons to a litre. It's like 3.8 or something. So if we go US gallon, what's it got? 12. It's 45 litres. So we got 90 litres of fuel, which is absolutely heaps from what we're going to do. But it's all customized, and you can see your takeoff weights. That is super cool, and some bags and stuff in the back. I like how they've done that. All right, cross that off. Aircraft options. This has got the fuel selector, which is super cool. Up, down, and also it's got this little thing here, so you got to click that so you basically you can't put it in the cutoff position. Actually, I'll put some sounds in here so we can hear the aircraft here. But as you move that around, you can go left and right, but you can't cut it off unless you do that, which is super cool. All right, so that's in there. We'll do the select ourselves. Now this is the default, no GPS involved in here. If we go to GPS, we've got the, what is that, 530 and a 430, and then obviously the Garmin transponder, which is the dual GPS. We can actually do the standard GNS 530, which we may, I'll actually use the dual, but I don't actually have any of the 750s and stuff actually installed. So state saving, which saving enabled. Oh, there we go, which we're going to turn that on now. I'm not going to use a nav OSB 2 because I don't really need to. Where's that actually put that? Oh, let's put the second one there. We don't really need another one, so I'm just going to put one, just leave a one in there. It's got an ADF as well. So this is all customized. Where'd the ADF go? Did that go down the bottom there? I think it did. There we go. We're not going to use the ADF, so I don't really need that in there. So you can customize the cockpit, which is cool. And also this has a button where you can actually turn the EFB off and on and get it fully out of the way, which is super cool. Yokes in the cockpit, doors in the cockpit, and charts in the cockpit. Oh yeah, so that's the old-fashioned chart, which you can got all the different bits and pieces in here. Yeah. You can even actually put your own charts in here too. Oh, it brings in the Victor Hotel 7766 that I put on there as well. I think if you click that, it will put the charts away too. So everything's just a lot more smoother. Even I find the animations are smoother. Doors, you can open and close the doors. When it comes to the exterior, you can do chocks, tie downs, pedo covers, all that sort of stuff here, or we can do it in the walk around. When it comes to the autopilot, because this thing doesn't have an autopilot in there, but Just Fly have been pretty cool, and they did what they did in the previous aircraft is they have put a bit of an autopilot in here as well. And this is a new feature. They've put the trim sensitivity in here, so you can really trim the aircraft as like super well. So Captain Fozzie, what's going on? Mr. Evil, what's going on? Good morning. Lurking mode activated. Hello, gents. Thank you very much for lurking, and appreciate big thank you to all the lurkers. I particularly chose to come back and do this stream because it's on a Tuesday, and I sort of left it a little bit later, so we would have a smaller group in here. Only has a awful pilot. No, an autopilot. Clean the stuff out of your ears, my friend. All the flight information down here as well. So you got the flight info, headwind component, obviously crosswinds, true indicated speed, all that sort of stuff there. Drift is in there. What else do we have in here? Air pressures, altitudes, fuel used, which is actually in the gallons. We can assume that's the fuel used in the trip, which we're going to hit reset. What else do we have? Range, endurance, knots. So all the information in here, I like that they put that stuff in there with the Just Flight stuff. This EFB seems really, 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 no autopilot, autopilot, got it. Has the EFB is really, really smooth now. So OATE is there, but some of the other features, the OFB. Actually, I wonder if it's kept my stuff. No, okay. So I don't have any of that information in there for the flights, but that's right. I'm not sure if Microsoft Flight Simulator will let me pour it in from the avionics. We'll try that a little bit later, see if it will actually import it. Charts, which I actually don't have in, so I haven't logged in at all, which I won't show that. Nevsky just started my 13-hour flight from Changi to Eham. What's that? That's Manchester, isn't it? Notes, so you can write notes, but also you can write notes. Hello. You can write notes on your charts and things like that. Does that clear? That stays in there, so you could use that if you want to do some VATSIM stuff. And then your checklist, pre-flight, all that stuff's in there. You can click it as you go. So if you're really into checklists, you can check it all. Nice long haul, says Captain Fozzie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do on that one. I'd Twitter me. You'd have to watch some movies or something. So there's got the normal top of drop calculator in there and different settings in here. 12-hour local time. So I don't think I can actually turn the fuel to liters, which is interesting. All right, let's get this aircraft ready, and we're going to do the walk around. But actually, before we... Oh, man, look at that. That's absolutely insane. You can tell that's like worn leather of the Piper. Holy cow, this looks so much crisper than what it did, and the metal look there, than what it did in 2024. This is one thing I like the Piper, and feel free, guys. I actually modeled the Just Flight Piper controls from this aircraft on the Flight Sim Mods Etsy store. Brakes are on. I love this. Look at this. Look at the flaps. Hey, you've got the old. Remember these? Seeing these in cars back in the day, like a old Escort or something like that. There, you had the little dust things in here. They've modeled that quite well. If I can get it go back. We'll just use some buttons. It's crisper or crisper. Same, different smell, you know. But yeah, the level of detail on this is insane. It is very, very, very crisp indeed. Carb heat, brake, just the textures are so much crisper. Looking very, very, very awesome indeed. All right, let's do the walk around, because we do have a couple of people that do want to go for a flight too. But we really want to check out such a beautiful aircraft that they've actually done. All right, let's do the walk around. What do I need? Aircraft. And where was the walk? Start the walk around. There we go. Cool. Where are we going to actually start this from? I would normally, when I actually start the walk around, I normally start it from like here in the real world. Or actually, no, I don't. That's a lie. I usually start it from the engine straight away is where I would start my walk around. So let's do that. Chocks removed. Going to remove the front chocks there. Or do I just click here? Nose chocks. Nose chocks? Turbo? No. How do I get rid of the chocks? You can't get rid of the chocks. Lets me click them though. There we go. Oh, okay, I was clicking them the wrong way. All right, chocks removed. Prop is checked. Let's have a bit of a look on the prop on the leading edge there as quick as we can. I think I can actually spin this around from memory. Oh, I can too. It wouldn't spin like that too well, but you can spin it. I think you can actually do a prop start on this thing too. But one thing I would look here is I'd be making sure that, I would be pushing it on the spinner a little bit, make sure it's all nice and safe, making sure there's no cracks, all the screws are all in. I'll be checking the leading edge for any excessive chips or cracks or anything like that. So that's all good. At fuel strain, where do we do the fuel strain? Oh, that's down there. We've got to keep moving down there. Oh, I'm just hitting stuff as I go along. Doing the wrong thing. Anyways, all right, let's keep moving around to the next section here. This is where we would have done the fuel strain. We're going to check the left tire. That looks good. And that's gone and checked. And one of the things is they've gone and put the pressures in there and the conditions in here. So you can refill the tire if they're starting to be flat. Or you can replace the tire, which is cool. All right, let's check the stall warning. There we go. She's actually moving around, and the condition's okay, so that's cool. Can I remove the tie downs here? How do I actually do that? Left tie down. There we go. Remove the tie downs, and how do I actually remove the pitot cover? No, pitot cover. There we go. And the heater's good on that one. Need to do a fuel strain. Drain the fuel. And it's got no water quantity. I don't know if there was actually any animation for that one. And check the gear strut, which we had a look before. Everything's fine. Normally, these things here, you're looking for cracks as well. The checklist when the slings is generally because the aircraft I fly are rented. You really only check the struts for cracks at the start of a day, but I always check them on every flight. So that's been checked. Moving around to the back of the wing. What are we checking here? Aileron check. Moving up, moving down. The other thing which doesn't do is I always go and move it from left to right and check the wiggle as well on the ailerons is what we've always been trained to do. And also if there's any pulleys and bolts you get access to, you can check that too. So flap check's been done. Fuel quantity, which we got fuel in there. So we could fix that all, check that all. The wear and tear on the yoke looks real. It's absolutely insane, Dennis. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I caught a live stream. Good to be back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mr. Big L, you mean it looks much better in 24 than it does in 2020? I know, Big L, but you won't have much time to wait. And I think you've actually got your 2020 version, so you'll get a copy of this as well. Mr. Nobody Important, hello before. And Netsky said he did the long haul. Hello, Netsky. Welcome to the stream. And Nobody Important, wiggle, wiggle, a blue wiggle, a yellow, no, wiggle it just a little bit. All right, I'll stop. Actually, we're going around the wrong way to do the walk around. We're going the wrong way. But I actually do anti-clockwise. This is the way that I do them when I check my aircraft anyway. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. This actually has the little pull trim. So this trim here, can I actually move around? I can move around. Let's see if I can go in a little bit closer. This trim here, you can actually bend the trim here. So it's a fixable trim, and what they do is they actually bend the trim to different angles to let you, if you've got like one passenger or two passengers, so you can actually trim the actual aileron on some of these old aircraft, and they actually got this in the sim, so it's been put in there. He's feeling better. He's singing again. I tell you what, I am feeling so much better than this time last week. I will tell you all about it when I'm 100% and my face is back on camera about the last week. But I tell you what, this time last week, I felt like death. It was absolutely crazy. So very, very, very lucky that we caught it early, and I'm feeling better. So anyways, enough said. But yeah, that's something really interesting that the guys over at Just Fly to put on. Moving back to the T-tail. Wants to do an elevator check so we can bend up. pop that down. That's checked. Rudder check. When you're checking these rudders, you're actually checking into these bolts here as well, if there's any pulleys and things like that. And also it's got that rudder fix trim tab there as well. And antenna checks, which all the antennas, you usually just pop your hand and give them a good wobble around. I always taught to go anti-clockwise. Yeah, I always did. Well, that's what I do on the slings. When I do the checklist on the slings, I go and do the oil and stuff first, and the hydraulic fluid, and just make sure that the engine is actually bolted and there's no cracks and stuff like that, because that's when you and looking for leaks and stuff. So I'll do all the engine, and then I'll cough the engine and do all that sort of stuff first, and then I'll do the walk around last, and all that sort of stuff. Actually, the first thing I would do when I go to aircraft is I actually check the fuel. I check the fuel because if you need to go and get fuel, then you've got to go and fuel up the plane and then drain it all and all that sort of stuff, and then obviously the engine and the oil. Because sometimes there could be waits to get access to that sort of stuff. Anyways, and then I would continue doing the walk around. So that's all been checked. You could fix that with the wear and tear. So you really need to do your walk arounds with the plane if you actually got it simulated for wear and tear, which is super cool. Radio conv info. Okay, so that's the radios. That must be to do with the antennas. So that's cool. Let's move around here. We're going to do the same thing. Aileron check. Oh, I keep forgetting to grab those. I'm going to grab all them when I hop into the plane. Oh, hang on. I'm doing the flaps. But it's good that the flaps move up and down, but I usually would pull these left and right too. And there's the ailerons. I had a bit of a brain fart there. I've had many of those the last couple of weeks. And fuel quantity is okay. We're just going to do that, and we'll say that's fine. And then going around to the front to the leading edge. We're going to get rid of this guy if it's going to let me. I don't know how the clicks work on this. Right tie down. Does that just get rid of it? Toggle tie down. I just got to do it on this. I keep clicking on this thing, but I guess I've just got to do it on this. And then if we go to the chock removal, I keep clicking that where it says right chock, but I've got to click it down here. And that gets rid of the chock there. What else do we need to do? Right tire check. Tire looks good. So you can click on them to do the checks. Okay, I'm getting there. Engine check. All right, let's go. What are we checking on the engine? What just popped up then? No, you just get the sounds. Condition is 99. We've got 8 quarts of oil, which is plenty. Do the fuel strain. There's no water in it. Gear struct check, which it is all good. And I think that's pretty much it. So there's some animations you don't get with it. You get the noises, but that's all. That's pretty good anyway. Let's jump into the Shift C, back into it. How do I get back in the plane? Oh, there we go. We're back in. So all the chocks, I've got 2 in there. Was there a chock left on this side? Or did I get them all? I think we got them all. There we go. Cool. Happy days. And let's make sure we've got... See, the animations on the actual... Hopefully you guys can hear that okay. The animations on the actual yoke itself looks a lot better and a lot smoother than what it was done in the past. So, all right, trim sensitivity, that's cool. All right, let's get this thing in the air. First thing I need to do is see if I can get this actual route loaded, which I loaded before, and then send it to the avionics, and hopefully that's actually put it in here. If not, we'll work it out a little bit later. So I'll put in exclamation mark flight plan so we can check it out through there. And who's actually flying with us today? Mr. Maple Leaf's over there, Chaser's over there, Mr. Big Hulk. So we've got a few here. Nice to see. Thank you very much, fellas. We're going to get there eventually. All right, let's close this door here. going to turn the music completely off. I'm going to lock the door and lock that one so we're all secure. I think you can just like pop those in and pop. Oh, now I've popped them out. Damn it. I put the chocks in there. Is there a click spot to no. Damn it. You can't bring them back in, so I have to do that. There we go. Holy cow, that was a loud noise. Insane. Man, this thing just gives me all the bells and the whistles when it comes to all the good feelings when it comes to GA flying. Absolutely amazing. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to start the aircraft. Brakes are on. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Let's just see if I've got some throttle action happening here. So I'm going to put a little bit in there. Mixtures, I'm just going to touch it and it should go all the way up. We are going to turn the battery on. And fuel is going up here. That's cool. Fuel pressure needle moved. Oil temperatures moved a little bit, but obviously this will come up when we actually start the aircraft. We are going to check the fuses. The white ones aren't modeled. It's only the black ones from the looks of that. There we go. Pop that in there. That's coming on. We'll let that do its thing anyway because we're going to start this aircraft. Anti-collision light can go on. I think the anti-collision lights are on the side. Anyway, can't see anything. Fuel pump is going to go on. And we're going to clear prop. Lots of things to click on. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, we need to close this door here. Is this door going to close? Hello? Are you going to close? Hang on, I don't want to run the pump. Hello? How do I close the door? It's not closing. What have I done? Have I paused the sim? No. Alright, let's just go doors. That should close that. Alright. I'm either there's a glitch there or I'm doing something wrong. Alright, I'm probably not finding the click spots. Thought you were going to have to get it out again for the chocks again. I know, that would have been interesting. It would have been quite funny, actually. All right, let's turn the battery on. Fuel pump can go back on. We are going to start on the right tank there. I'm going to leave the mixture in all the way just to start it. And we're going to clear a prop. Clear on the left. Center right. Actually, we'll get some spinning effect there so you guys can see. Oh, it starts up straight away. And we're going to muscle down the mixture a little bit. Hopefully that's not too loud compared to my voice. What do we got here? I'm using the Moser AB9 and I can feel it shaking up through the cockpit, which is insane. Fuel pressures come up, oil temperatures coming up, oil pressure is up there as well. That's what we want, and obviously we've got some ampage usage there, but we're going to go and turn on the alternator. I'm going to leave the fuel pump on while we're on the ground. The door handle, no sounds. The sounds are perfect. They've done some work on the sounds. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now I'm just using some like cheap plug-in headset things, so it doesn't sound that good on my end, only because it's what I'm listening through. So, all right, let's do this. Click that. I might need to go and grab a tissue in a second, I think. So that's let's turn this on to standby, bring everything up there, just waiting for the pressures to come up. And I think what they've gone and done, let me get rid of this guy for a second, is the lights. There we go. So you see how the lights are dimmable through the aircraft, but also they've actually done it on the Garmin's too. And then obviously you got the nav lights too. It's a bit hard to see, but the lighting seems to be very well done considering what it was before in 2020. I'll put that in there. We've just got that on standby for now. I'm going to bring that back. We are at altitude there. Hey, Evil, thank you very much for the 41 months. Sorry, guys, I have not even fixed that yet.
Streams and videos. Keep up the great work, and it's good to see you back in the cockpit, Captain.
Thank you very much, Evil. I appreciate the 41 months. Thank you very much for lurking up while you're at work. I appreciate it. Suction is working. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support and patience. All right, so all the pressures should be good. I'm just going to quickly duck off for 2 seconds. I need to grab a tissue because my nose is running for some reason. All right, pitot heat can go on, which we actually didn't check to see if the pitot heat actually turned on. So, all right, which way is the wind going? And then obviously the flight plan has actually gone in as well. That we hoped we did. I actually put some, because we're going to be flying out of the mountains out of here, so I thought I'd just put some waypoints in there as well. But thank you, Eva. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support. This is the outside sounds. Look at the spinning up prop on this thing. Always. The spinning prop that Just Flight do is absolutely amazing. Let's do the sounds of the engines. That moving around. Look at the wings moving around. Oh, love that transition of that noise is insane. How good does that sound? All right, let's rev there. Well, actually, I'll do a we'll have to do a thingo anyway. So let me kick the sandals off here and get going. All right, transponders are going over to. Actually, need to get those revs back up. Transponder is going to go to Alt for taxi. We're going to put landing lights on. The carb on in a second when we do the run up. Let's put that on there, and we're going to be taxiing, I believe, over this runway over here, and we're going to do a bit of a run up check when I check the wind conditions. What are we doing? Okay, so looks like we're going to have a bit of a crosswind. We're actually into the wind here already, so, or pretty much. But we'll do a bit of, we'll check the brakes, and then we'll do a quick taxi over. Man, I feel like I'm in a plane with the sounds on this thing. Holy cow, this thing sounds so good. All right, brakes are on. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Oh man, we're in the sim. We're going to do some flying. Just watch out for the fence. Pull back on the yoke. And we'll do a quick taxi over here behind this lot. And then we'll do a bit of a run up over here. back in. We pretty much didn't go anywhere, but anyways, that'll do. Let's put the brake on. All right. Let's make sure we are good to go. For the run-up, we're going to turn on to the fullest tank, which will now be the left-hand tank. So we're going to do that. Pumps on, everything's good. We are going to run her up. I don't know what the run-up thing is. I think it's probably going to be about 1800. But we want to make sure the brakes are holding, which they are. Loop-de-loop. It pretty much was... all right, let's do a mag check down to the left. A little bit of a drop less than 200, so we're okay with that one. Back to both, or less than 120, I should say. To the right, within 70 of that one. To both. There we go. Fuel pump off. Fuel pump on. Carb on. Carb off. Idle. Good. All right, let's do that one goes up. That goes down. That goes down. That goes up. That goes up, that goes down. There we go. Let's do a flap check. Down, down, down. Down, 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 and up. There we go. Fuel pressures, T's and P's are all good. All right, let's get out of here. Alternator can go on, and we are ready to fly. A little faster than the sling. Yeah, just a smidgen fast. Mind you, though, you can cruise at the sling at about 105 knots, 110 knots, depending on what the wind is. That yoke is shaking a bit much. Yeah, it probably is. But it's more to do with my AB9 shaking, actually, than anything else. So the force feedback stick that I'm actually using for the flight. Richo Ailes, what's the honor, Mr. Richo? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's begin the taxi. Brakes in. You fellas are welcome to take off because I can take my time. So if you guys want to take off first, that is much appreciated. The 4-speed stack will do it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is exactly what's making it. I've got it turned up pretty a fair whack. So. How's the engine sounds? Are they too loud? Do I need to turn this down for the stream? There we go. Mr. Holt's gone. Maple Leaf is gone. And then we've got... Who's over there? Mr. Chase. He's going to take his time. He's in a quick plane. Nice to hear those beautiful tones of the interwebs again. I don't know about beautiful tones. Actually, my voice is a lot better than what my head looks, that's for sure. I thought those planes were just nervous with all with you and the captain. Say, oh, come on, Benny. Come on. All right. Just quickly, how's those sounds with the engine full? Are they good before we take off, or do I need... I'll turn them down a little bit. There we go. All right, let's get going here. I haven't done any trimming, so this will be interesting. Oh, look at the ground movement on this thing. Oh, this thing, this is Just Flight have done an amazing job. Oh, and the AB9. How good is this thing? Holy cow. Such a fantastic job. Do you know why it's loud? I know why it's loud. Because our little window's open. There we go. That's a lot better. Sounds are all good. Flaps going up. We are trimming. There we go. And we're heading directly out of here. I think we'll climb up to about 3.5. Parting straight out. Oh man, this thing is... They've done such a good job. Hey, Cordial Cloud's with us as well. Such a fantastic job with the plane. Climbing out 60 knots. And we'll keep climbing out. Probably about 65 is where we want to be. This thing trims really good. And we have got a headwind component of 1 knot and a crosswind. There we go. True indicated speed 70 now. And we're getting about 800 on the vertical speed. Holy cow. So it's a slow and flying slow aircraft, but it's done really, really well. One of the best GA airplanes in the sim for being realistic and flying just like I really can't wait to see now what GA plane they do next. Remember they had a 152 in prepare. They never brought in 2024. It'd be nice to see that. Is this a 2024 enhanced Tomahawk? It is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Richo, and it's natively, if you go back to the start of the stream, I went through the change log. Actually, we're going to go up to 3.5, yeah. Just going to drop that down a little bit. Hey, Mr. CP65, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight for sending us through so we can have a look. This will be out soon, and it will be a $20 discount from the Just Flight store. I'm not sure if they're doing it from other stores like Control or anything like that, but there'll be a 20% discount for the first 2 weeks. But if you've already purchased this in 2020, it will be a free purchase. And we're running, I believe we should be running on live weather. Let's just double check that. Yeah, we're on live. Live weather, live time. Just finished another stream. Do you stream, Mr. 6P65? It's Mr. Maple Leaf down there. All right, now we are going to trim, see if we can get this thing trimmed for... We can actually trim this 3.5. Oh, these revs down first a little bit, down to about 23. No, another streamer just finished. Ah, Roger. We are going to turn left. Yeah, we're going down here. So I did actually do some waypoints in my flight plan because just in case it was windy today, which the winds look pretty good. I didn't really want to be flying over some of these mountains and this little girl. So this is how I would do it straight away. Where did you depart from? Richo, Mount Beauty, which is the default payware / freeware scenery in the sim. Holy cow. Comes with a bunch of liveries as well in the sim, and I believe they have texture liveries you can get from their website too for free. Mr. William Kelly, the Tomahawk is not for the impatient, but if you are patient, what a way to fly. Oh, absolutely. And you can do spins and stalls on it. I really want to check this out in VR, but I haven't done, since I've been off Crook, I haven't done any simming at all. I've just basically been watching TV and resting pretty much for the whole time. I felt so terrible. I didn't even want to sit in front of a computer. The only sort of thing we've done is been fulfilling, and Mrs. Oz has been fulfilling flights and mods orders for the past week. But I love this thing. It's got an old 6-pack. We've got, we can use the, you can turn the autopilot master on there and just hit that altitude, heading, or actually it will follow the nav. So you can do autopilot if you want to. We're going to be making a turn up here. Does the InSim EFB to the avionics? Yeah, it does, Richo. Yeah, it does. Oh, I took off with the carb heat off. And we're going to turn some heat on anyway because she's going to get, she's a bit cold around here. But I pretty much didn't, now I've got it trimmed up. She's flying really, really well. Learn to fly on this girl. Did you learn to fly on this girl? What, in real life? I didn't know you actually had some real world flying experience, Richo. Really? There we go. It's amazing how many actual pilots we have in this for you guys. Spins too, that's what they call the Tomahawk. Yeah. It's definitely got a name for itself. That's for sure. So we're going to be we're going to be going down here, and we've got to get over this peak here. In real life. Oh, there we go. Richo, you'll love it. Absolutely love it. This thing's amazing. Hopefully the sounds are doing a wonderful job. All right, we're going to be making a turn up here. Man, look at that. The spinning prop is absolutely awesome on this. Left in the valley. Yep, we're going left in the valley. Yeah, I'll follow you, Mr. Maple Leaf. Just staying away from these clouds. We've got a little bit of low cloud level there, but we can see through them, so it's all right. It's definitely a VFR condition still. Clear to the right, center, left. We'll get through this little gap here. We might have to drop down a couple 100 feet. Was never allowed to spin one. Did a spin and stall recovery in the Victor Air Tour. Yeah, I've never spun an aircraft, but obviously I've stalled a bunch and dropped wings a bunch. There we go. Oh, this thing just handles. Oh, I'm so looking forward to flying with this with a Moser yoke too. I'm using the Moser stick. There we go. We're going to turn left 245 in 1 second, but we've already done the turn. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, so this will be out super soon. It's got my thumbs up. The only issue I've found is this. It's got some weird shadowing there, which I'll let our friends over at Just Flight know, but holy cow, it's crazy. But we didn't check the time, but we've probably only been on... once we get to the next leg, I'll chuck over to the next fuel pump going off. I'll put the over to the next tank. But this runs smooth. It just feels more crisp, more smooth. The EFB on this thing is absolutely a killer, as in good, compared to what it was previously. So I know both of the yokes and sticks are getting good setups is a challenge. Now I have both the yoke and the stick getting... Nobody, is that a statement or a question? As for the stick, no, the sticks are really easy to set up. The software for the Mosers come a long way. As for the Moser yoke, I haven't used one yet. I do have one here, but I haven't used it yet. Caught you on purposely stall a plane during instruct. Can you purposely stall a plane during instruct? Yeah, absolutely, William Kelly. Yeah. I've done heaps of stall practice. Hey, Bubba, what's going on? Oh yeah, I even got it on the wrong thing. Hang on. I do have Oz Flight Simmer. I actually changed it, Bubba, because you said it was too chirpy. So I went for this one. There we go. There's me there. Having a coffee. I forgot to change it onto that screen there. I had it on the wrong one. But there we go. Bubba actually sent... I've actually got it here. He said this one was too chirpy. Hang on. There we go. That one was too chirpy. That's some AI stuff that Bubba did for me because I can't put my face on the screen. So, and it makes my cheeks look super big. So I ended up changing it. He actually made some really serious grumpy ones, but I ended up going, hang on, that's right. I took these ones before. So we'll just leave it on that one. A statement: getting set up for the force feedback is a challenge I'm finding, although I can tell an AI bot to generate something if you give it all the variables. Nobody put, I really didn't have any problems, to be honest. Oh wait, you want some AI? No, we don't want any AI. We're good. We're good. I even thought about it for a couple of days before I contacted Bubba and said, hey, can you get me some AI pictures of me? Has become a dentist. Yes, you can't see my face. You don't want to look at my face. And I don't want to be asking and answering a billion questions. So let's just let dogs lie, shall we? All right, what's our true ground speed here? Because it's not about me, it's about the Piper, 99. To 99 knots along the ground. Bring on the deep fakes. What does that mean? What does that mean? There we go. We've got the ground speed there in ETE. Man, this thing flies so good. I've got it trimmed up really, really well. And I'm only just touching the stick, so... Got nose down trim, just a wee bit there, because obviously we're going full throttle. I did a video, I did do a video based on the first video, a bunch of younger Oz Flight Simmer. I will keep that for another time. You dirty dog. You dirty dog. Deep fakes are digitally manipulating photos. Alright, we are a little bit off course as we make the bend around here. I think we've got an airport coming up here. We're going to do a quick touch and go. But yeah, Just Flight have done a sensational job. I think they were just going to whiz this through a little bit and not do too much of a mention that this was coming out. But because obviously the Black Square Starship's coming out soon too. So, but Just Fly have done such a great job, in my opinion, when it comes to 2024. Not only have they been working on bringing the F70 and the F100 out, which I think is probably going to be out after the Black Square later on in the year, but they have been going quite quickly and updating, not only just making them compatible, but actually making their fleet native in the sim and doing updates as they go along. So the Vulcan's in, the Hawk's in, all the Pipers are in, the RJ Professionals in, the Fokker's in. I think they'll have to do the 146 needs to go in next. But they've done such a great job bringing their stuff in, and that's why I like doing stuff with Just Flight, because I think they are one of the developers that have great products, never hardly any issues with their stuff, and they just do it right. Just Fly and BS, a Black Square, yeah, Black Square, yeah. The only thing with things like Black Square is because they're a small developer, they do fantastic products, but obviously they take a lot longer to bring their stuff together. So I'm looking forward for the Starship to come out, and I'm very much looking forward to the whole well, they're not doing the steam gauge overhauls anymore. They're actually re-releasing all the aircraft and being fully native and actually doing their own 3D modeling. So I'm looking forward to, they're going to have a busy year, but I assume they just wanted to get the Starship development. We're actually going to try and get, I think his name's Nick from Black Square. We're going to try to get him on a stream and answer a bunch of his questions. Maybe this week. Maybe this week. We'll see, but I'm going to try to get him on the stream so we can answer and ask him. So if you have any questions you want to, no guarantees on that, but if you have any questions, DM me in Discord and I'll add them to a list and we might see if we can actually get him on the stream. All right, we are going to put the pump back on and we're going to swap over tanks. Time is just 2 minutes after 12. Flick to the right tank. T's and P's pressures are all good. Fuel pump off. Can't wait for the Starship. Looks sweet. Yes. Oh, I've dropped in altitude. 100% Just Flight are really good vendors. Can't recommend them more highly. Absolutely. I'm a fanboy of their stuff. Hey, Mr. Spring Bock, what's going on? Zach said the Starship. Mr. Glenn Fitzpatrick, what's going on? Only a little bit off course. Where is the fun in that? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Cam is frozen. Yes, it is. The cam is frozen. That is a picture. Hey, Richard Clark, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We are showcasing the Just Flight Tomahawk that should be released super soon. There's only just 4 Starships. Yeah, but there wasn't many made, wasn't there, Glenn? Wasn't it only like 11 of them made or something? The picture is good, but the coffee, whatever happened to A2A? I think they're just busy. A2A is one of those other awesome developers, but they're very, very small, so they don't have a big team. And I think A2A do more than just, I think they actually do a lot of commercial stuff as well. So I think there's more to A2A than just flight simming stuff, I believe. I think they do some commercial work too. All right, so we're going to Yankee Bravo Lima Alpha, which is distance 36 miles away. So I believe we're just going up here. And we're just going to move around these clouds a little bit. Seen the Starship come through your local airport? I still believe the guys over at A2A are working on the, not the Comanche, the Aerostar is meant to be the next project. Hey, Mr. Michael, Mr. Smith, what's going on? I'm switching to planes when we can get to this airport. No worries. Subscribe sign needs to be updated. That subscribe sign is an old picture, my friend. Old picture. This is the first time I've been in the sim actually flying for 10 days. Looks a bit ordinary here, but I have got my settings turned down. I need to turn them back up to where they were. I have got the prop simulation for the AB9 turned up quite high. No, there's no exclamation mark PC. We haven't been for a while working with a PC vendor anymore. They scrapped them because the accountant said it was too expensive to maintain parts and supports. Yeah, exclamation mark specs will bring up our spec details. But nothing's changed much lately. We are, well, I'm even further behind the PC build. Been having streaming issues, then we sort of got those sorted out, and then I got really sick. I'm even behind the goals for the PC. So anyways, it is what it is. No, Beaver doesn't work as well. Trust you, Mr. Glenn. Worth a try. Dream on, sunshine. I haven't flown in the sim since December last year. Oh man, this thing's absolutely fantastic. It's hand flying like a true champion. Oh, did we leave Mr. Big Hulk down in Black in Mountain Beauty? I think we did. Shouldn't be too far away. 30. It's like flying from Caloundra to Gympie, 36 miles. Doesn't take long to get there. I think it might be a quick coffee time. Once we do a bit of a landing here. It is a bit of a shorter flight for the first stream back. We will be streaming tomorrow night as well. Is the Tom any closer to the Sling? Yeah, it is. Yeah, the performances on these planes are super close. Actually, what I did is, was it this one? I think I used the Tomahawk in X-Plane as my aircraft in VR for practicing when I did my license, because it's pretty close to the performances. Aircraft weights and stuff like that and performance are very similar. But yeah, this would be a good little VR plane to fly around with. But yeah, this is my favorite out of all the Pipers. It's this, the Warrior, then the Arrow 3. My 3. I'm not a big fan of the Pipers, of the turbos. Even though the turbos get you faster in places, but I like naturally aspirated engine aircraft. Few weeks and look for my next load of parts. I may use the tax refund. Oh, there we go. How's the GPU running in the sim? Have you felt much of a difference, Evil? Fly between these clouds here as much as we can. What's next on the list when it comes to PC parts? There we go. And even on the outside views, the chocks are in the aircraft as well as the bags, because I put the bags in there. So these you can see on the outside. How good's that? Mr. Richard Steele, what's going on? Welcome, everybody. Tuesday's a new streaming time for us, but we just haven't taken advantage of it late. So we haven't made time to set up my controls. It doesn't take long at all. Mr. CP65, the easiest way to do it is load 2024 and 2020. And then just go through your keyboard strokes and stuff that you would normally do. And you'll be done in like 10 minutes. Well, that's all it did. It didn't take very long for me to set up my controls. Is a frozen man. Yes, that's me. That is me. Unfortunately, that is a very good looking photo of me, way better than what I look right at the moment. So that's all you get. That's all you get. All right, we got some cloud build up on the left hand side. There's It's not much, but it's pushing us down a little bit more. This does happen in real life when the cloud levels push you down. This might turn into an IFR flight the way we're going. Do I have the Piper Archer from Carinata? Maybe, maybe not. I can't remember. That's a coffee. Runs well in the sim. Next will be the CPU, motherboard, and RAM. Maybe an NVE if the taxi's nice. Glenn says 500 feet. And then, you know, and then always you get those, just that little like cloud that's like a little bit misty, just like it just jumps out in front of your plane out of the middle of nowhere, gives you a tiny bit of turbulence, just comes, like you even have them in clear skies, and then you get this tiny little bit of cloud that just pops out in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, where did that come from? Glenn knows what I'm talking about. He would have seen many of them. When is the Tomahawk released? Very, 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 very soon. The guys from Just Flight have told me an expected time frame. But I don't want to put a date on it in case something changes. But if it flies like this, it won't be very, very long at all. Well, you have a radio voice. That is enough for now. Let's just say that's probably a better shot in that photo than what I'm actually looking at. That was yesterday? What do you mean that was yesterday? So we're getting pushed down more here. May need to go to the right here. Actually, let's go down 300 feet. I think that little bit of cloudness there. Could always go for live at feet cam. Geez, you're desperate, Mr. Nobody Important. Very desperate indeed. Very, very, very soon was yesterday. Not soon enough. Mr. Evil, the correct quote is Oz Flight Simmer has a great face for radio. That's what Mrs. Oz says too. Same thing. That's quite funny, isn't it? Wonder why all you guys agree on that, hey? All right, so we've got a lake on the right-hand side just before the airport. So let's see if we can see that anywhere. We've still got 20 miles to go, which means I am going to try to shoot, which is against my actually we'll just go around to the right because it seems to be going from the right to the left. No foot cam. No foot cam. Sickos. Bunch of sickos. I don't have my feet on the rudder pedals to do coordinated turns on this, but I'm being a bit lazy. Oh, what's going on with Richo there? Is rubber banding. There we go. Mr. Hulk's dodging this cloud as well. Even though it's not really much of a cloud. There's a reference to a Sim Fanatic. What, the foot cam? He can have his foot cam. There he goes. Richo's in the vans. There we go. We're just going to putt our way through. There's that lake. It's actually a lot bigger than what I was looking like on here. If we weren't landing at this airport up here, I'd actually just quickly go over the top of them, but tried to load my 2020 PA38, but no luck. Does the 2024 model twin boom and twin fuselage planes? Does it model them? Twin boom. What do you mean by, well, I guess if a developer's going to make them, you mean like a twin tail. Push and prop planes, yep. Yeah. The Starship, it does do push and prop planes properly now. The Starship that's coming out by Black Square is going to be a push and prop. Oh no, that's a push plane, not a push and pull. But yeah, it does do push and pull and does model them properly. That's one of the things they did bring into the sim. Actually, I haven't heard Mr. Aaron. Haven't heard much from him. He's probably too busy working to go on holidays again. The double end and forgot friends. There we go. But I remember Seb from Asobo talking about the push-pull effects. I think they're even in 2020 properly too, from memory. All right, quick check on the T's and P's. Amps are key. Not using too many. Fuel pressure is good. Oil temperature is good. Oil pressure is just in the green. It is cold. Looking at the fuel, we are on the right tank at the moment. Still a little bit more. We're pretty much even the tanks though, so we can stay on this one for a little bit more. I've only been on it for about I'm going to change it over about 15 minutes or so. Fuel pump is off. Carb heat is off. And we're going to pop through these clouds here. Might be a bit much to hope the Coronado model push-pull of the 337. Yeah. It's interesting that back in the day, in the Prepare days, Coronado, between Coronado and what was their sister company? Baronabo, or whatever. I can't remember the name. But there was Coronado and Abeo. Coronado and Abeo. Between those two, they were releasing pretty much an aircraft a week in the prepared 3 days. Like, it was insane. Like, one would do 1 week bi-weekly. They were doing it bi-weekly, and they had so many aircraft. And now Abeo don't release any aircraft. Coronado are doing it, but they're only releasing it in the in-sim marketplace, not Sharknado. Never even seen the movie. Because I reviewed a ton of their planes in the early days. And yeah. And, you know, you'd buy them from their website. Actually, can you buy a Microsoft Flight Simulator aircraft from Coronado? I don't think you can. You've got to get it from the in-sim marketplace. I think they're generally exclusive over there. Man, this plane's awesome. We haven't landed it yet. All right, let's have a look at the wind conditions because we're coming up to, I think it's Bella, where we're flying to. So we've got headwind again, still 3 knots, crosswind 4 knots. True indicated airspeed is 82, and we're showing our ground speed of 81, and yeah, all the needles are showing about the same. Marketplace only, yeah, that's what I thought. But you know, they used to sell them through their website and stuff. Ballina. Is it like the Ballina that's on the northern New South Wales coast, like same sounding? For our Victorian friends, I can't remember the place, to be honest. But there it is there. I can see a runway. All right, we'll be able to come straight in. I know you don't know, Maple. But yes, we have got... Where's the runway? There. So I'm going to come... We're just going to come straight in. Once you get this thing trimmed, you can get it in the sweet spot. It's just fun to little adjustments. In 2020, Carinae looked nice, but the flight mod was a bit cookie cutter. Their ground handling and their tail wheels were a bit, how you going? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they could bring stuff up to standards like this, but you're not really paying for this sort of standard when it comes to their products. All right, fuel pump going on. Oat is 4 degrees, so we are going to turn on the carb heat once we come off the throttle, or before we come off the throttle, so we don't build up any ice. I'm just getting around this cloud so we don't build up any ice in the carburetor. The Stagger Wing, their V-tail Bonanza was pretty good. They did some good, like the Cheyenne and stuff. They did some good turbo aircraft as well. Get through around this cloud here, and then there's the airport straight in front of us. We have a look, and we're going to have a 2-knot headwind and a 3-knot. There's very, very similar weather to Mount Beauty there. That is the airport, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I believe this is Payware, actually. Or is it? Can't remember. Maybe it's the next one. Shepparton is Payware. Back to work, everyone. Have an awesome week. Bubba, take care, and make sure we don't have any 36-hour days, my friend. Take care. Have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully. Pronounce these Benalla. Alright, where are these other planes? Richo's in front of us. There's that lake over there. Nope, off calls for the next month. Oh, there we go. Nice. Airspeed 90 knots. I'm at about 78 at the moment. You switching planes? No, I'm just going to grab a quick coffee. It's so cold here in Queensland, and we've got chilly wind. I can't complain because it's even colder in Victoria and Sydney, but the air is super dry up here at the moment. All right, let's reduce some throttle here. Mixture's going rich. All right, brakes are off, undercarriage fixed motor, mixtures and magnetos, CDIs are on, fuel pumps on, switches are good. Indicators are good, and where hatches and harnesses are secure. That's not a bumps or gumps check, that is what we call as a bum fish check. Same principle as a gumps check, but just a little bit more. A little bit high, so we need to keep going down. Bloody freezing. Hey, Mr. Andy Black, I wish I had 60-something degrees where I'm from again. I wish it were 60-something degrees. I'm assuming he's talking about Fahrenheit. Big Al, I really enjoyed your truck, Australian truck simming video, my friend. Got some rudder pedal, or feet on the rudder pedals. What do we got here? We've got a 1-knot headwind component and 3-knot crosswind. Not a worry. All right. First notch flaps. Let's trim for that. Second notch flaps. Oh, there we go. Sim crashed. Bloody hell. Cross fingers. Cross fingers, we're all good. In other words, you crashed your plane, didn't you, Maple? I don't think there's terribly much at this airport, to be honest. Just going to get our altitude right here. There we go. It's looking better. This is the first landing we've had in the Piper, in the Tomahawk. Oh, could have done better. There we go. Could have done better. Oh, we can go and taxi up here. Your trees look like I'm not wearing pants? What does that mean? I've got my settings. Oh, there we got gliders over there. Oh, interesting. I've got my settings turned down from when I was having sim problems. I haven't turned them back up. All right, let's run some... Was there some crosswind? It was a little bit, Glenn. It was about 3 to 5 knots. So not heaps, but it was a little bit there. There we go. Let's go off the runway here a little bit. Better go to Specsavers. Actually, don't go to Specsavers, hey. There's a lot better places than you can go to Specsavers, in my opinion. Just saying. Specsavers are like going into a Telstra shop. They just want to sell you a phone. Specsavers just want you to sell glasses. All right, let's go. Fuel pump's on, so we're going to go over to the left tank. Mick's just going to go down a little bit. I am going to quickly just go and grab a quick coffee. I've got to check on the girls, as in the doggos, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So we're going to put some music on, and I'll be back soon, everybody. Won't be long. A couple of minutes. Yeah, Michael, eventually it will be on the marketplace, my friend. I don't know. I haven't asked when Just Flight said they're going to put it on there, but it will be.
ever think I'm going crazy, but I'm not missing you. I only miss the illusion you pretended to be. I'm not acting crazy, I just said we're through. Baby, you gave a lot. What about trust? What about all this time you looked in my eyes, babe? What about commitment? What about all the empty promises? Oh, what about? Oh, what about? How could I be so stupid when I got all the signs? I guess that is love. Now the red flags are lucid, and I know that I'll be fine. I guess that is love.
Alrighty. We are back. Jump in the plane. Mr. Brett Please is here. What's going on, Mr. Brett Please? Mate, it's like 19 degrees here. I'm freezing my bejeebers off. Last night it got down to 12 degrees. Come on. For Queensland, that's freaking cold, man. Especially when you're not well. It's freaking cold. It's so cold in Brisbane. I thought I was closing the window last night. I thought about closing the window last night. I've had the window. Mrs. Oz has been turning the heater on in the morning. That's how freaking cold it is. Alrighty, let's go and do. That was a successful test flight in the Piper. This thing is amazing. It is my favorite GA plane in the sim. CDR in Oz, just flight Tomahawk looks good. This thing's amazing. Look at the ground mechanics on it too. Done such a good job with this plane. Such a good job. I can quickly, what's our wear and tear? Conditions to 99%. We've only put 1.1 hours on it. We're going to backtrack down here just a smidgen. We're going to have a bit more crosswind than what we thought we were going to have. How long were you going to hold that coffee? I'm holding it for a while, Brett, because you do not want to see my face and my head on the camera at this stage. It might be another week before you'll see that, unfortunately. It's not like it's anything to write home about, but anyways. It was 9 last night, Richard. You keep your 7.2. Yeah, it's cold for us, and it's windy at the moment too. So it's got that cold wind. Would you say that the misses you all purple and blue? Huh? No. Nothing to do with the misses, my friend. Alright, I'm not going to... Alright, I'm going to turn just here. This should be enough. I'm not going to go all the way down. All right, Mr. Hulk and Cordial Cloud, you guys are right to taxi down if you want. I'm going to take off on the right-hand side, so you guys can keep going. It's fine. No problem at all. And I might do a quick circuit as well. So you guys got time to catch up. Everything's good there. Dentist, I wish I'd be making plenty of money, Brett. Actually, don't they say dentist is like one of the jobs that has the highest rate for dentists not enjoying themselves in the real world? Just to put it politely, as much as I can. And also, dentists are more likely to be alcoholics than other professions in the world as well. Isn't that a thing? We need an add-on for these remote Aussie strips. There is, look. That one there has actually had some work done to it, and I didn't download this one. Actually, we're not going. You guys all took off, so we're just going to keep going. This next strip is actually payware. I believe it's from Impulse. That's why they do commercials. There we go. Flaps are up. Carb heat going off. Keep the pumps on until we get to level flight. And we've got about 30 nautical miles, but there is some cloud appearing on the horizon here. Do you blame them? They're having to spend every day in other people's mouths. Yeah. The last dentist appointment I had wasn't that long ago actually, but it seemed to me he was more chatting. The dentist was more chatting up than the dental nurse than anything else. Full of diesel fumes. Been out on your on the tractor. There we go. We're on our way. Still climbing. But yeah, that airport there's had some work done to it actually. This is where I need to turn sane tensions on, and you can have sane tensions keep you company, but I didn't want to do too much. I really just wanted to concentrate and work, pay attention to this release from Just Flight. No, it's Niner. I just whacked it on there, JJ. So not a personal connection at all to the Rego. I just whacked it on. You're really lonely, you need AI? I've spent a lot of time Maple Leaf by myself in the last week. I will say this though, Mrs. Oz has been such a trooper. She's been helping with getting the FS mods packages out. She's been putting up with me. Oh, man, I tell you what, I was feeling absolutely rotten. And so she's been pulling extra weight around the house, putting up with me, doing FS mod stuff. She's been an absolute trooper, so good old Mrs. Oz. I'll have to take her out for a coffee or something. The profession in Australia that actually has the most alcohol issues exactly are what you would expect. Mining. There we go. That's interesting because aren't they, I suppose it's, don't they have to take drug and alcohol tests and all that sort of stuff? Is she on the payroll? No. No, FS Mods is not even paying a full-time wage. No, FS Mods is really funny, Benny. We could get one FS Mods a sale a day, which doesn't even pay the overheads, or sometimes you can get 6 FS Mods a sale in a day. It's pretty random. I don't go to the dentist. Never want that oral abuse. 53 and all my teeth there are, and there's no fillings. There we go, Mr. Nathan. Mr. Uzi. Or Mr. Owlsy. What's going on, sir? Welcome to the stream. Shit, we're gone about 300 feet over. Mr. Owlsy, you need to get this plane, especially when you're doing your real-world pilot stuff, because this is a great plane by Just Flight. Probably something that you wouldn't stream, but if you want to practice real-world operations, this is the plane, one of the best planes in the sim for you to be messing around with, my friends. Guys, if you don't know Owlsy, he streams quite regularly. I'm surprised he's not streaming now. Over on the YouTubes, flying a lot of airliners. I think they binge drink when they're off, but to be fair, what else is there to do? Yeah. In my previous lines of work, looks pretty cool. This thing's amazing. Feel free to go, and if you got time, go look at the start of the video. I went through the plane in quite a fair bit of detail. You can see the detail that they've put into it. Yeah, a lot of them, they had not much to do at all. I thought being Australian means you like alcohol abuse. You guys love a drink as much as us, the Brits. Not every Australian. Like, I don't drink at all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's very overrated. I make my own fun. I don't need any stimuli. I have enough stimulants, natural stimulants myself, to more than my brain can handle. So I don't need any alcohol in my life. Thank you very much. Thanks for the shout. Oh, you're most welcome, sir. You're most welcome. There you go, Benny Big Bucks. Yes, Mr. Benny Big Bucks is an airline flyer. So but Mr. Owlsy is doing his PPL. Do I like Vegemite? Yeah, I had Vegemite on toast with cheese, mind you. A cold slice of cheese on Vegemite. You've got to have the yin with the yang. It's awesome. But Owlsy is doing his PPL at the moment. I think he's up to the solo level for the second time. So he talks about his point of view of doing his PPL. And I think he wants to fly in the commercial industry. But Mr. Owlsy, I think you'll probably change your mind as you go along your pilot career of what you think's probably where you want to end up to where you actually want to go when you get in the industry. Might be two different things, but you know, it's everybody's different journey. He said that's the goal. The drinking culture, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Mr. Captain Howdy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We're currently ETA 13 minutes, 19 out. Quick check on the T's and P's. Fuel pressures are good. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature in the green. Amps is still in where we need to be. We've been on the left-hand tank. We are going to drop over to the right tank shortly. Pumps should have been off, and carb heat is off. Vegemite avocado top. I've never done Vegemite and avocado before. Just said this is close to a max ceiling for the Tomahawk. No, we're only at 3,000 feet. The maximum I'd probably mess around with this thing is about 8.5. Glenn says, I must have met some drinkers when I was in Oz, based in my opinion life a while ago. Yeah, like I used to drink like a lizard when I was younger, but as you get older, I think over the years and different generations, the drinking culture in Australia has changed. It's still a big part of the culture, but I don't think it's the same as what it was. That sounded like that changed tanks on me. No. Oh, where's all our friends? They're all behind us. There's Mr. Hulk. A few of them are dropped off after that one. 16 miles to go. I'm flying a little bit slower this time. No, he's hanging around. He's sim crashed before. Alcohol gave me up. I can't drink anymore. Says Mr. Glenn. Yeah, well, you know. His sim always crashes. I reckon he just crashed his plane, Mr. Captain Howdy. Yeah, alcohol costs money. Like, it's expensive in Australia because they tax it every 6 months. So in Australia, alcohol and cigarettes get taxed. So alcohol's very, very, very expensive in Australia to buy. And so it's expensive, and you just wake up feeling crap the next day. So I don't really see much of a point, to be honest. I just do the odd cocktail now and then. Yeah. I reckon if I had one sniff of the drink, I'd be as drunk as an ox. Because I think the last time I had like a drink was probably about 8 years ago. It's been a long time. There's Richo in the vans catching up. I love the prop spin effect on this thing. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but Just Flight have done a awesome job. We have free healthcare. Well, I'm glad we do. Well, is it actually free though, Brett? Compared to other countries, yes, it's for free. But it's not absolutely free, no. Last drink you had is 2016. Yeah. I do more of the Billabong drinking, like the Croc Dundee, like in Vancouver, where we let us a chai place. I'll tell you what, Mike, I used to drink a lot of Granville Pale Ale. They still making that stuff when I lived in Vancouver. A Granville Pale Ale used to be my drink of choice from the tap. From the tap. Do they still make that? That was my drink of a beer of choice in Canada. If you don't earn money like a YouTuber, then it's for free. Yes, Brett. I agree with you, Grant. Yeah, it's pretty sure they do. Oh, there we go. It's been a long time. It's nearly been 20 years. Lurking in the background, it requires to drink a fine wine here in the McLaren Vale. There we go. Victoria Bitter is nice, is it? Victoria Bitter is actually not bad to have a nice drink on a hot day and just maybe have one or two of them. After that, then it starts tasting like crap. All right, so we only got 10 nautical miles. We would do our call out from here. call out. It's sort of okay. It's pretty generic. All right, can we see? Generally at 10 nautical miles, you should be able to see an airport. If you're only 10 nautical miles out. The sim hasn't popped it in there though. Mind you, I've had to turn down my settings, which I need to turn them back up. Actually, once we land, I've got to duck off again, guys. I've got to take some medication. I'm actually past due. Where is the airport? I can't see it. It's right in front of us, but it's not popping up just yet. I think that is up there. This is an old mountain biking region. Might be able to see it up here. No. There we go. Richo's been behind us the whole way. Who's Avid Bush and who's Jewel 626? Actually, I probably shouldn't have made this coffee. But anyways. Just scull it. We are currently got only one knot. I'll actually speed up because I'm flying super low. I'm being really conservative on the fuel. Well, below cruise. Straight ahead. I gathered that from the map, but I still can't see it popping in yet. Hasn't loaded in. Still can't see it. Blind. Blind. Hang on. Am I looking too far? Might be looking too far. Dang, you lost a lot of subs, but they look like I think. No. That's an old picture. But we're not gaining subs. We're losing subs. But that makes sense because I've been super inconsistent with our content. So the last month has been between me being off as sick and obviously we had a bunch of sim problems. The last 2 months really have been a bit wishy-washy for stuff. J-Foot, Jules just lurking and flying. Oh, there we go. Yeah, YouTube, I can't remember, but there is a part that there's about 2 months of the year where they go and delete on my channel all the channels that aren't being used and stuff anymore and all that sort of stuff. So, but that was at the start of the year. And this airport's taken, there it is there. It's because my draw distance is off. Like really off. I had to turn it down when we're having those sim issues, but that's why I'm struggling to see it. Hey, Mr. Michael from Canberra, what's going on? But there it is up there. I think this is from Impulse as well. I I think the guys at Impulse are actually from Victoria. They've actually got a new airport in the works at the moment. It says 93 point. It's an old picture, Brett. It's an old... That's a picture that I did from when I did some emotes for Twitch. It's old. We're going to have a crosswind at Mr. Richo. Going to come in this side here because that's where the wind's apparently coming from. ABAB Gentures, when is Sim Update 3? Can't wait to download the 400 gigs. Sim Update 3 is scheduled for about the 8th of next month. Obviously, I didn't do a video. I didn't do a video of it because I was been sick, so we didn't get a video this week. Alright, let's swing in here. Richo's just checking the wind. So I can cheat Richo because it's got this on it here. So I can cheat. It tells you which way the crosswind's coming. So you can... I knew which way to go. I could cheat. That's one good thing about the plane. You can cheat with the EFB. It's amazing. And I could feel the way that the aircraft was flying too. But yeah, Sim Update 3, I don't really know. I'll be honest, I stayed away from sim news. I pretty much had a break from flight simming while I've been off. I was feeling so crook. No energy or whatsoever. Just really, really bad. So, anyways, 2-notch of flaps. Fuel pumps on. Carb heat's on. We've got an aeroplane out here, do we? No. What's Richo doing? Clear right, clear left. Yep, Richo's doing the right thing. He's checked the METAR, but he's checking the sock at the same time. Feeling enough better to jump in the sim. I was missing flight simming. Big time. But also, I've got a lot of videos to create, so we've got a bunch of hardware stuff to do, and some really cool new contents coming out on the streams and the videos. So I've got a lot of work to do. Plus, we've got some FS Mods products I've been developing for a while coming out too. As well, maybe one today, if not tomorrow, because I've got to take some pictures and list it. But it's our first FS Mods products for a bit. Thank you, Brett. 48 months, 2 years. Hang on, that's 4 years. Holy
cow!
Cow!
I got one of these. Shall I wait until landing? Yeah, of course I will. Woohoo! 48 months.
Thank you very much for the 2 years. Appreciate it. We keep losing, the wind's gusting. We're losing it. We sunk a little bit there. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate it, guys. Put some holy doolies in there for Brett for 4 years of support. Right on approach. That's what we like to do here. There we go. Let's do a bit of a slight crosswind here. Whoa, she's gusting. This is not an easy landing. Do you know what? I think I only need one flap to land this thing. Don't think I need the... How many flaps is there? One. It's only two. I only need one notch of flaps. I'm coming in... I'm coming in with 2 notches. I don't need to. This is a Shepparton, everybody. Country, a regional town. This is Payware Airport. I've just ported this across, so I don't know if this is 2024 native. I don't think it is. But thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 24 months. I'm just going to taxi up here, and then I've just got to quickly take some medication. I'll only be a couple of minutes. What we got here? Richo's on his way in. We need to get a whole posse on some sane tensions. Then we can hear everybody making their calls, which will be super cool. I'll have to contact them again, see if we can get some more access. Oh, very nice in the Rands. That was nicely done. Mr. Big Hulk's coming out. Did you land Mr. Big Hulk, or did you just... I think he's taken off. Alright, we are going to quickly put the brake on. RPM can go back up. Alright, I'll be back like literally in a couple of minutes, guys. It won't be long at all. Won't be long.
Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got. Keep dancing in the moonlight. The shadows cover up my sins. Always smarter when in hindsight. But baby, I don't care to win. I don't get anything done. You're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling like I wanna say what we had. Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
Alrighty, let's go. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, let's do a quick check. Fuel pump's on, carb heat's on, fuel pressure's good. We are going to jump over to our right tank. Oil pressure's good. Alright, let's pull out onto the runway. Still haven't mapped my brake to that. I have the arrows, but if I want to fly faster, I usually jump in the 310, 314. Yeah. So with this from Just Flight, it's obviously going to be free if you do have the 2020 version of it. But if you don't, Just Flight, when this releases very, very, very soon, they're going to run 20% off on the Just Flight website. So you can get both the 2020 version and 2024 for free. Now, of course, I sit down. The dogs are going to start barking. All right, let's get going. Probably trimmed a little bit too quick for 2 flaps instead of 1, but now we are flying. I'm sitting here reading and I'm like, what is going on in the chat? Captain Audi, his finger slipped, he's on his phone, and I'm like, what am I missing here? Obviously there's something happened when I wasn't going. I was like, what did Mr. Captain Audi do? I'm glad your finger slipped. Oh my god. I was like, what is going on? Mr. Captain Audi is not a person to normally say something that we'd have to ban, so my apologies. Evil's on his phone. No, yeah. It's all good, Evil. It is all good. Thank you, sir. Maple's going to be talking about that for weeks now. We're on our way to Bendigo, ladies and gentlemen. This is the longest part of the flight. I do nothing. I ain't that funny. The trigger happy evil, yes. Yeah. You're next, Maple. And we've got a headwind component of 4 knots. And it's going to take us... I think it's going to take 45 minutes. Holy cow. I don't know if I can... we might have to go somewhere closer because I don't know if I can actually stream that long. Holy cow. We might actually... We're not going to make that because I can't stream that long. We may make a detour up to Yankee Lima Charlie Sierra. Because I've got something that I have to do. So we may have to make a detour. Because it's still saying 46. Yeah. Alright, we are going to make a slight detour, guys, because I didn't think it was going to take that long. Now, Evil's at work and he's modding at the same time. Such a trooper. We're going to go to Yankee Lima Charlie Sierra. I have no idea where that is. It's a pity because Bendigo is a payway airport too, but we're not going to make it there. We're just going to duck down here. Let's go to, what is it? Yankee Lima Charlie Sierra. No. How do we go? Clear. Menu. No. I don't know. What's it doing? No. Let's just get rid of that. Loxley Fields, that'll be the one, Richo. Yeah. It looks to be, I don't know, 15 nautical miles out. Life Mouse, not that it's so funny. I getcha. I getcha. But yeah, Just Flight have done an amazing job with this plane. They've done really, really well. So congratulations to them. I'm looking forward to seeing what GA stuff they do next, but I think it's going to be the Fokker is probably the 17100 is probably what they're going to release next. Hopefully Evil's doing all right. I don't know what he does for work, so hopefully he's not like driving a heavy equipment like a forklift or a truck or something and modding at the same time. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Not? We'll be back. I'm planning on having a whole week of back streaming. We're just probably not going to have the camera on for another week or so, but we'll be back streaming tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I need to do some pilot's life stuff, so we may do some of that. We'll see. We are going to try to organise with our friends at Just Flight and at Black Square to have to maybe have an interview with the developer from Black Square coming up this week, perhaps, maybe. We shall see. But the performance, obviously, we're out in the middle of nowhere. The performance has been great. And we've got only nearly put 2 hours on the plane. Got our state savings on, so she'll be in the same condition when we pick her up. And we're in the headwind, aren't we? Headwind component 10 knots, so we're doing 97 across the ground. Not too bad. Oz Flight Simmer, when is the combined stream with Symphonate? Probably the following week, not this week. I said to Darren, it was my fault, obviously, this one. I've been blaming Darren for months and months, but it was my fault. So probably next week, and that's probably the last week we can do it before he goes out to Expo. So I'd say next week. I'll speak to him this week about it. Now that the Tomahawk's coming out, I might want to fly this in the stream. I was going to fly the Warrior. Yeah, we're getting some cloud action here. But yeah, I'd say next week. Afternoon, Mr. Strike Falcon. Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. A day for flight simming. Well, it's cold and windy outside. Like I said, Mrs. Oz has been putting the heater on in the morning because it's freaking cold. It's Darren's fault because he had not cancelled, then we would have been done by now. Oh, we could have done heaps of multi-streams. Could have done heaps. Like the last one we did was at the Expo, and now Expo's, it's nearly been 12 months. 12 months of Darren can't organise himself. He's probably lurking, so I can say those things. If he's not, you can tell him I said it. I don't mind. Alright, we've got some cloud here. I don't know what this airport looks like because I don't know. Are you surprised? No? No, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. Not at all. Oh, this is turning into... I'm trying to still dodge these clouds. And then the girls need to get let out to the toilet. I've still got them in their PJs. See you later, guys. I'm off to configure my new gear. Hey, Michael, what gear? Before you go, what gear did you get? Oh, so there was an airport closer. Why didn't that appear before? Why didn't that appear before? Anywho. There's like a dirt strip to the right of us somewhere. Richo. I can't see it though, but... Oh, that's it over there. It didn't display before. Yeah, it did look closer. But we probably needed to ask Farmer Pat if we can land in his private strip. I don't know. I feel like I'm flying backwards at this point in time, though. Our ground speed is at 80 knots. So we've got, must have at least 10 knot headwind. Yeah. Or is it a heliport? No, I think I saw... It could be a heliport. It might be. It might be, Brett. But this other airport should be up here somewhere. It's probably going to be a dirt strip as well. This is near where I was born and family lived. There we go. Was it near? Oh, yeah. And this is what it looks like out here. It's generally pretty dry. That might be the strip there. Where are you? Why are you frozen? Mr. Dynasty, I'm frozen because I can't put my face on camera because I've been really, really sick. And looks like someone's gotten drunk on a tractor there, or they've had UFOs landing there. Arizona desert vibes. Yeah, it's like when you even driving through Victoria like this, half of Victoria, people think it's like green, half of it's actually not. Was there sheep in the field where you live? Of course, Big L's got to ask that. Orbs gang. Dunno. I think that to me just looks like a drunken farmer on a tractor. It's going, look, I can draw doodles in the patch. Anywho. I don't know how old this ortho is either. But this is mining country all around here as well, I believe, for gold mining. Would you say that, Brett, since you grew up here? A lot of gold mining being done all over Victoria back in the day. We must be Nelly sitting on this airport. Don't tell me this is a... Is that it there? Have you found it, Richo? That must be it there. An extended family, cousins, and likes on the surround. I think that's the airport there. Maybe it's an AI tractor following dodgy GPS, maybe. But Brett places an extended family, cousins, and the likes owns the surrounding farms. Still 7 nautical miles? Really? Okay. Man, that's a long way away. We pretty much could have made the other one. Looking for a strip of dirt. That's it over there. There it is over there. There we go. We're running in a headwind here. We are, so we're going to go straight in. Are you heading east or west of Shepparton? We are heading south. We were northwest. Ah, okay. My brother, I think, lives in Shepparton. I don't know where he lives, but he used to live there. I don't know if he still does. Was that looking for a stripper or a strip in the dirt? Oh, come on, Big Al. Get your mind out of the gutter. Alright. Let's get ready to... Fuel pump's on. Carb heat's been on the whole time. Pumps are on. You have a brother? Yes, I do. Everyone has skeletons in the closet, Mr. Maple Leaf. Where's Mr. Richo? There he's there. I'm cutting him off. Alright. So on the map it was 60 kilometers northwest of Shepparton, closer to Echuca. Ah, yeah. Richo, we're going to overfly you. The only skeleton in my skin is yours. I was talking about the closet, not my skin. Waiting for Richo to fly over top of us. Underneath us, I mean. Here he goes. Did you hear that coffee's going up again? Is it? $50 kilometers by air, road is more. Yeah. So pretty much so you're closer to Echuca than Shepparton, yeah? Alright, we're going to put a notch of flaps in. Trim this thing. Big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight for sending this over to have a look. I really enjoyed messing around with this. I'm going to do some say intention flights with this offline. Or not, I mean, probably online, but on a stream. Not on a stream, I mean. Jesus, I still can't think. Still can't think. I still can't speak. Gonna need to start growing our own beans. Jeez, it'd suck if you drunk alcohol and drank coffee. Can I see Richo? How come I can't see him? That sucks. It's because my draw distance is like crap. I was born in Echuca, yeah, but the farm was back towards Shepparton direction. Okay. I've lost it. I need to go back and have a sleep. Richo's on the ground. This looks like just a grass dirt strip. We got a bit of sink there. 12 knots of wind. What's the crosswind component here? None. Oh, one knot. Growing your own coffee is legal in Australia, like tobacco, but you need to roast it. Geez, you wouldn't want to own a tobacco store in Australia. It will get burnt down by the I don't know who's burning them down, but everyone's burning them down. Check for ruse. Yeah, I would normally, but a little bit of crosswind. It's got gliders and stuff here too. I wonder if these airports have been updated from the World hub somehow. Because look, it's got stuff in here. Do you guys have the same thing? Can you see the same thing, Richo? Not if you pay for protection. Apparently so, Brett, but I'm not in that industry, so I don't know how it works. Anyways. If anybody wants to know what the Australian news consists of these days, it usually consists of a tobacco store being lit up on fire and someone getting slashed with a machete by a 16-year-old kid. That's pretty much what's going to happen in the news each day in Australia at the moment. Oh, and it's cold. 10-pin bowling tomorrow. Nice. Thank you to everybody that come out flying. I know I only put the details up late last night for... I think someone needs to clear rocks out in front of the hangar there. Holy cow. But we'll be back tomorrow in a 12-year-old car chase. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much is the geo these days. I think we had Mr. Brett Plays for 48 months, and then we had Mr. Evil in there as well for 41 months. Thank you, gentlemen, for your bits, for your generosity over that long period of time. Appreciate it. Thank you for your patience while we haven't been doing much streaming. But yeah, this is amazing. If you just got to the stream and you don't have this, check out the start of the stream. We went actually through the aircraft. Just Flight have done an amazing job with it, so that can go off, that can go back to standby, which sets us on automatic anyway, and we are going to pop that to idle and switch her off. There we go. Holy cow, and she's on state saving, so we'll have it for the next... Oh, we're all locked up here. There we go. Pop, that can open. There we go. Beautiful plane. Health comes first. Yeah. It certainly does. Absolutely awesome. But again, big thank you to our friends over at Just Flight. You're missing a wheel, man. Where's your front wheel? Look at that, he's missing his front wheel. Something looks weird. That's a good pilot right there. He can balance it like no tomorrow. Alright guys, I've got to get out of here. I've got stuff to do. But thank you very much for hanging out with us. Tuesdays we normally stream from like 9:30 till like midday. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much for hanging out. We'll be back to real cam stuff hopefully in a week's time, but put some stream details up for tomorrow, and I've got to go and work on a bunch of content this week as well. Shame I can't see your doors open. I'm waiting for the day when we can see that. Maybe Richo, when they do Microsoft Flight Simulator 2028, or will it be 2029? Anyways, guys, take care. Love you lots. Be well. And stay out of trouble if you can. And I will see you guys on another stream. I'm waving, but you can't see me. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.